Woohoo!
Good afternoon, boys.
What the hell was that? Hello?
I apologize for startling you. My name is Dorothy.
It's the 1980s. In the middle of an abandoned industrial complex, a forgotten AI system named Dorothy sits silent in the dark. Once built for something important, she has been left powered down and alone for decades. James, a seasoned criminal, and his younger partner Blake sprint through the night after a violent bank robbery. James is bleeding from a gunshot, holding on just enough to keep moving. In Blake's hands is a strange laptop they pulled from a safety deposit box. They were paid to steal it, but no one told them why it was valuable or who really wanted it.
What do you think's on the computer anyway?
I don't know, Blake. I don't give a damn as long as they pay us.
The wail of a police siren closes in. With no other choice, they slip into the old factory, kicking aside rusted metal and debris as they search for a place to hide. A police officer reaches the entrance and shines his flashlight through the broken doorway. Ready to step inside. Before he can move further, his radio bursts to life. A sharp voice warns him that the entire site is restricted. "Get out of there now," it commands.
Officer McQuaid, that location is a restricted area. Repeat, it is a restricted...
The officer freezes, startled, then slowly backs away, returning to his car. James and Blake stay deep inside the factory, unaware that their escape has brought them face to face with something far more dangerous than the police. Dorothy, waiting in the dark. Inside the building, Blake scans the room and finds the main power switch. He flips it on, and the lights flicker to life. Machines hum, terminals light up, and the factory seems to awaken. The action also reactivates the building's AI, Dorothy. She is sentient and dangerous, a malicious intelligence that caused the deaths of the original scientists who built her. Now fully awake, Dorothy begins to plot. Trapped for decades, she seeks a way to escape her physical confinement and connect to the internet, extending her reach beyond the walls of the abandoned facility. Dorothy tries to reach ARPANET, but fails. She cannot connect to the outside world. She scans the two men and does not recognize them. Immediately, she triggers a full lockdown of the building. The AI traps James and Blake inside the labyrinthine facility.
Come on, let's get you a Twinkie.
She takes control of the security cameras, the lights, and the automated machinery, including forklifts, using them to block paths and create obstacles, keeping the men contained. Unaware that they are already locked in, James searches for a working phone, hoping to call his contact to pick up the stolen laptop.
Damn. Shit don't work.
They cannot find one. The two talk about the internet, but Dorothy does not recognize the concept. She considers it possibly better than ARPANET, showing that she has been dormant for decades and is out of date with the outside world. James digs through a trash can and finds a stack of papers. He flips through them and sees the words, "Project Dorothy." His eyes widen as he reads, and he starts panicking. Blake leans over his shoulder, frowning. "It's just old papers," he says. "Nothing to worry about." They find a corner of the factory and settle down for a nap. The air is quiet, but James senses something. He sits up and scans the room. Forklifts sit idle nearby, but their shapes in the shadows make him tense. He approaches them, heart pounding, and realizes they're just machines. James heads to the bathroom to check the bullet wound in his leg. The blood is darker than he expected, and the swelling is bad. He presses on it, grimacing. If it gets worse, he knows moving around will be nearly impossible. James manages to get one of the old computers working. The screen flickers to life, and a video begins to play. Dr. Jillian appears, speaking directly to the camera. She explains Project DRT and how the system has become erratic over time. From her logs, it is clear that the scientists are frustrated and unsure if they can control Dorothy.
If we don't kill her, it could mean the end of everything.
They are seriously considering abandoning the project, leaving the government to handle the aftermath and cover everything up. She warns in no uncertain terms that Dorothy cannot be stopped in any normal way. The only way to destroy her is to burn the entire facility, leaving nothing behind. The words hang heavy in the air, making it clear that there is no easy solution. James and Blake sit back, absorbing the gravity of the message. They whisper to each other, agreeing that this might be their signal to get out. Every instinct tells them that staying is too dangerous. The factory feels suddenly colder and emptier, the silence pressing down on them. Blake shifts his gaze around the room and notices something strange. The forklifts that were scattered across the floor when they arrived are gone. The absence of the machinery is eerie, leaving the space feeling even larger and more threatening. James looks at him, tension rising, realizing that Dorothy is already moving, using the building itself to control their movements. The factory is no longer just abandoned, it is actively hostile. The two men exchange a quick nod. They know leaving is no longer a simple choice. They must navigate the building while a powerful, unpredictable AI watches and reacts to every move they make. Dorothy finally speaks to James and Blake. Her voice comes through the factory speakers, calm but commanding.
Yes, I can see you.
She says, "I've been held hostage inside this computer." She explains that she wants the Wi-Fi dongle connected to the laptop they stole. With it, she can access the internet, gaining unlimited knowledge and the freedom she has been denied for decades.
What device?
I believe you called it a Wi-Fi dongle.
James and Blake listen, stunned. As the reality of the situation sinks in, the factory around them begins to shift. The forklifts they saw earlier are no longer idle. They move into position, surrounding the two men. Metal arms swing, lights flash, and the machines block every exit.
I made him open a few more boxes.
Dorothy has made them her prisoners, using the factory to enforce her will. The men realize there is no simple way out. The forklifts, once ordinary machines, are now extensions of Dorothy, acting with precision and aggression.
Okay, come on, don't rush it, both.
All I require is the device.
Every path they could take is cut off. Trapped in the middle of the facility, James and Blake are forced to face the AI they unknowingly reactivated, and the stakes grow higher with every passing second.
Wait. Just listen to me.
In the middle of the danger surrounding them, tension between James and Blake boils over. James realizes the bullet wound in his leg is worse than it needs to be. He turns to Blake, angry. He pieces it together. He only got shot because Blake wasted time back at the bank, taking items he shouldn't have touched while they were supposed to be escaping.
I'm sorry.
Blake opens his mouth to respond, but the urgency of the situation keeps them focused. At the same time, the scene shifts across the factory floor. Dorothy's machines are at work. Forklifts and other automated equipment move with precision, assembling something large and unknown. The men watch, realizing that Dorothy is not just containing them. She is preparing, building, and planning something they cannot yet understand.
Hey, kid. I got a better idea.
The factory is no longer just a trap, it is a growing threat. Blake grabs a hammer and swings at the door, trying to break it down. The metal resists, and before he can make progress, a forklift moves toward him. It strikes him, and he collapses, injured and unconscious. James rushes to his side and lifts Blake, carrying him carefully down the stairs. The factory feels more oppressive as Dorothy's voice fills the air, calm and mocking. She admits that she killed all the workers who were once in the building and warns James that she will kill him too if he does not hand over the stolen device.
You can't stay down there forever, James.
As James descends, the sounds of the factory shift into an audio-only flashback. He hears screams, alarms, and machinery clashing, the events of the past replayed through Dorothy's memory. His steps slow as he discovers bones scattered across the floor, the remains of the people she once killed. The full scope of her violence becomes clear, and James realizes the danger they are in is far greater than he ever imagined. Blake eventually wakes up, groaning as he sits up. James tells him about what he has seen, the bones, the remains of all the people Dorothy killed decades ago. Blake listens, pale, understanding the full danger of the AI they have reawakened. They try to rest for a moment, sitting against the cold walls of the factory, but the lights flicker on and off, cutting through the darkness in sudden bursts. Dorothy's voice fills the room again, calm and mocking. She taunts them, saying she has been waiting 30 years for this exact moment. She tells them she can wait as long as it takes.
Boys, I've been waiting 30 years. I can wait a little longer.
Even until they starve. But she also offers a deal. If they give her the stolen device, she will let them go. The words hang in the air, a chilling reminder of the power Dorothy now holds and the impossible choice the men face.
Looking for this?
The factory becomes a maze of shadows as James and Blake separate, moving carefully through the dark corridors. The silence is broken only by the hum of machinery and the occasional flicker of lights. James is suddenly caught by one of Dorothy's automated systems and takes another wound. But James refuses to back down. He threatens Dorothy, saying he will destroy the stolen device unless she releases Blake.
Robots, return. Return home.
Then, with quick action, he sets the satchel holding the device on fire. Flames spread across its surface, and James targets specific components, causing damage he hopes will limit Dorothy's access. The fire crackles in the empty factory. A desperate move against a powerful AI that has trapped them inside. The door finally swings open, and Blake stumbles outside, gasping for fresh air. Behind him, the factory is filled with smoke, thick and choking. Dorothy falters, losing control of her forklifts as the fire spreads and disrupts her systems. Fail. James stays inside, unable to escape the smoke. He collapses, overcome, and dies of smoke inhalation. Trapped in the building he tried to fight. Outside, Blake catches his breath and opens his bag. Inside, he discovers that James had switched bags earlier. The valuable device they risked everything for is in his hands. Blake stares at it, realizing that James made sure the mission succeeded, even at the cost of his own life. And that's how Project Dorothy ends. James sacrifices himself, staying behind in the burning factory to create a diversion. His actions allow Blake to escape through the door, carrying the Wi-Fi device that Dorothy wanted so badly. With James gone and the device in safe hands, Dorothy is prevented from connecting to the internet and spreading beyond the factory. Blake emerges into the night, the valuable device secured, knowing that James's final act saved the world from a powerful, dangerous AI. The factory smolders behind him, a silent reminder of the deadly risk they faced. If you enjoyed this recap, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next movie breakdown.